Hey guys, it's your girl Bree Angelique. I'm back with another video. So I've been thinking, and you guys have been requesting a lot of information from me, a lot of video ideas from me, but the one that has been the most popular is make your videos more beginner friendly. Bree, teach me, show me, tell me what I need, Jesus. So today I'm going to show you guys what I think you should have in your beginner's kit. I have some things laid out on my desk right now and we'll just work through them. This is like a mixture of things that I've been using for a long time, things that I started out with, things that I've been using recently and really like, and can also be used for beginners. Some of this stuff you can find at the drugstore, some of the stuff you'll be able to get at Ulta. So everybody who does makeup and has been into the beauty scene knows that the first step to having a poppin' face is skincare. You have to have skin worth having before you can expect your makeup to be shapoppin'. Before you can even figure out a foundation, you have to know your skin type. My go-to that I've been using for a while is my Cetaphil moisturizer. This was I'm not too sure how much this costs, but I'm gonna try to get my videos to be able to have those little pop-up things in them so that I can put the prices and stuff for you guys, because I know y'all don't be reading that description box. I know you don't be reading it, and it's okay. It's okay. It's really okay. But to ensure that you guys get the information that you need to get in order to build your starter makeup kit, I am going to incorporate the prices somewhere in this realm, so help me God. The next facial spray that I would suggest is like a skincare item. It is the Mario Badescu, I think that's how you pronounce it. Going into primers, I have two primers that I really like. One is a high-end, one is a cheap-end. So the first one is Smashbox. As you can see, I need another one. But the point is, I don't use this that often. I don't find that with my skin, it's necessary to use a very like blurring primer. I just don't feel like I need it all the time. But sometimes when I want like that full coverage slay, I'll do it. So this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It is oil free and I love it. Like the texture of it is really soft. It's really smooth. You can definitely see, like once you put it on, it's very visible as to like the blurring and stuff that it does. So hopefully you guys can see me better. Hopefully I didn't fuck it up. I don't know, just give me some feedback on the lighting and what you guys think I should do to make it better. Okay, so moving on. Back to the primer. So we already talked about the Smashbox primer. I think this runs for somewhere between $22 and $30. I really don't know, but I'll put it up again. I'll put it up here somewhere. The other one is the NYX primer. NYX is a very good brand for beginners and for right now. Like I love NYX. I use NYX stuff all the time because it works. Like it works and it's cheap. So this is the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. I honestly feel like it's a dupe for this primer. Like you can even see the dupeness going on with these primers. This is the cheaper one. This is the more expensive one. They both work heavenly. This is the one I go to the most. I love it. I have no complaints. It does everything this one does, except I would say this one may not be oil free, but it has like a slicker feel to it than this one does. This one has more of a tacky feel and this one has more of a slick feel. So those would be the differences between those two. If you are oily, however, I'm going to take out this Benefit primer. I just have the travel size because I don't have big pores, so I don't exactly need this primer. I really like it for using it as a base on my eyebrows, because I don't know what YouTuber I got that from, but I got that from a YouTuber. And when you put the primer on your eyebrows before you do your eyebrows, it gives you a more, it makes it harder for the product to go on, but that's why I like it. Like that's why it's useful, because it keeps your brow product from sliding all over your face and looking crazy. So I appreciate that primer. But for all my clients that I do makeup on when they have big pores or when they're oily, I use this primer. It's a really good one. So next up on the list, let's talk about foundations. So if you are oily, and you like a matte finish, I have some foundations for that. I have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Now, I'll get into this one a little bit more in depth in a second. The next up is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless. My shade is in 360 Mocha. Love her. She's a staple. The Fenty Beauty. Fenty Beauty is a it's a high-end foundation. This is Rihanna's Fenty Beauty foundation. I have not done my review of this yet, and I know my subscribers are pissed. I know y'all pissed because I have this stuff, I have Galaxy stuff, and I've been dropping little teasers on you guys via Snapchat and Instagram for a while now. But just hang in there, y'all. It's coming, I swear. It's coming. So back to the foundation. So we have the Maybelline, we have the L'Oreal, and we have the Fenty Beauty. I love this foundation. I love it so much. I'm not going to get into it too much because I have not done my review yet, like I said. This foundation goes on very runny. However, it does dry to a demi-matte. I would say it's a demi-matte. I wouldn't say it's a full-on matte foundation. Because when I put it on and I have my moisturizer on and I have my Mario Badescu on and I put that on my face, it doesn't do that really dry matte feel that everyone's talking about. I don't know if that is different if you're using the Photo Finish primer that she came out with to go with the foundation. I love it. Moving on, and I'm not an oily person, so that can be used on oily people and dry people, y'all. It can, I promise. This Maybelline Fit Me Matte, I love this foundation. It is really hard to find a true match to your skin tone. I find that when I use this, I end up mixing it with a little bit of my Dewy Smooth. It's the same brand, but it's Dewy Smooth and Poreless Matte. I mix those two together just to get a lighter color, or I'll do a lighter concealer just so that when I blend it all together, it gives me my true color back. But this is a very good foundation. It's drugstore. I believe it's like $10. I'll put the price above. And it's very easy to work with. It is medium to full coverage foundation. However, it is also buildable, so you can definitely get that full glam. Okay, so the last foundation that I have for the matte foundations is the Infallible Pro Matte Foundation by L'Oreal. Honestly hate this. Honestly, truly, I loved it when I first tried it, and then I don't know what happened. Maybe they changed the formula. I don't know, but it started to separate under the separate under the eyes and started to cake up in different places on my face. It wasn't covering dry patches, it was accentuating dry patches. And like, I get that it's a matte foundation and like obviously it's gonna dry out something that's already dry, but like the point is it wasn't doing that before when I first got it, and they need to go back to however it was when they first did it, because this ain't it, y'all. This ain't it. The other two foundations that I would suggest in the glowy side, like if you like more of a dewy finish for your foundation, I 1000% suggest these two brands. So this one is going to be our low end. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. Now, Infallible Matte and Infallible Pro Glow obviously are going to have two completely different formulas, because one is going to be drying as a dry finish and the other one is going to be a dewy finish. But when I tell y'all the difference between these two formulas is so crazy. Like I don't know the particulars of foundation, like ingredients and like what enhances and what makes things bad. Like I really don't know. But the point is, this is like night and day. Like if somebody were to just give me samples of these with no labels on them, I absolutely would not believe that they were from the same company, because this one is trash and this one is of God. Like I don't know. The problem with buying the foundation from drugstore is that you really have to kind of go with what other people are using and compare your skin tone to their skin tone, and then try to figure out your undertones. Like you got to do some homework before you go in and buy drugstore foundations, just because you don't want to waste your money or waste your time. Now, on the higher end, which is still not high end, we have Makeup Forever HD, Makeup Forever Ultra HD. This foundation, I love this foundation. I've had this bottle for 2 years. Pretty sure it's expired. I don't really care. I'm out now. Like I ran out, and that's why I had to go get other foundation. But like I'm about to get up in this bottle, bitch. I love this foundation because it's very natural. It gives you a very skin-like finish. It is buildable to full coverage. However, it starts as a medium coverage. It's like skin, y'all. I really don't. Moving on into concealers, I have 4 brands that I'm going to show you guys. There's 2 high end, 2 low ends. The first one being LA Girl Pro Concealer. Shorty has never done me wrong. She has never done me wrong in her life. I love her. The one thing I will say about the LA Girl Pro Concealer, however, is that I got kind of tired of the consistency. I wanted something that was a little more liquidy, something that was a little easier to blend. This is not hard to blend at all, but there are definitely concealers that are easier to blend because they are more like, they're more liquidy. So this one I can show you, like it has a little brush, which is also easy for application. Definitely under the brow, definitely in this area. I even contour with this. Like I still contour with this. So I use it on my brows and I definitely contour with it. My other highlight that I love, my other concealer that I love, I just bought a new one today actually, and it is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And it is in the shade 30, which is Cafe. I use it as my under eye highlight, my nose highlight, Cupid's bow, chin, the center of my forehead, and sometimes when I want a more natural brow, I use it under my brows. It's a really good concealer. It has a more liquidy consistency to it. It has a wand instead of the brush. I love it, honestly. I really do. And I think for beginners, it's a lot easier to use under the eye and control because you have such a long wand that you can have better control over where you're placing the product, even though it doesn't have that brush tip on it. Moving on to the high-end concealers, I have the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I've had this for a little over a year now. The more difficult thing about using this concealer as a beginner, if you aren't too sure about your placement or how you're going to blend, it can definitely be tricky for you, and it may be problematic. Maybe, may not be. And if by all means, if you need that type of coverage, because that is a full coverage concealer, if you need that type of coverage, go for it, do your thing. And the last concealer I'm going to talk about is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I just got this, but I've been fiending over it for a long time. And I'm actually mad because I got the wrong color. So this one is Tan Sand. If you're anywhere near my complexion, which would be NW40 in Pro Longwear Concealer, or 360 in the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless, or what color am I in Pro Glow? 212 Cocoa and Pro Glow. Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Santan might be too light for you. It all depends on how you feel about your highlight and like how drama you want to be when you do it. But for me, I always end up mixing this with another color. However, this concealer in this color is the perfect eyeshadow base when I want my colors to really pop, like on the eyelid. This is a really bomb concealer. I believe it retails for about $30 to $35. I got this from Ulta. And it's worth the money. Like, it's a very, very full coverage concealer, very blendable. A little bit goes a very long way. I love this concealer, and if you are not scared to dibble and dabble into high-end products, try it out. You need a translucent powder, like a translucent setting powder. My setting powder of choice is the Laura Mercier. I know she has a color deep now, but I didn't get deep. I just got the regular translucent. I've had this for a really long time, and I'm nowhere near out. This is what it looks like on the inside. It is very finely milled. It can give a flashback if you use too much on darker skin. However, I have not gotten flashback with it. What I have gotten flashback with is the NYX HD Studio Finishing Powder. This guy right here is a cheap option. It looks extremely white, but it's not. Like in color, it can be white if you put too much on, but it goes on very like soft, very smooth, very, very, very powdery. It is so powdery. You can easily end up looking like Casper just from the fallout of the powder because it's so finely milled. If you have any melanin in your skin whatsoever, don't do that to yourself. I wasted my money and got this because I thought that I could be cheap and I get Laura. I surely found out that that is not the case, and that you get what you pay for when it comes to setting powders. So let me tell you, with this powder, what I do use it for and what I will recommend it for is setting your eye before you put on eyeshadow. Because it is supposed to be clear, on your eyelid, it will actually show up clear. Like, it'll be fine. Like, you won't have any flashback, you won't look crazy, and it'll actually give you a very good powder base for your eyeshadows to blend into. It doesn't do that on my face. On my face, I look crazy, and that's just is what it is. So moving. Okay, so let's get into some tools, shall we? Because we have all these products, and we haven't even talked about how to put them on yet. So I just got this big chunky, it's dirty as hell, but I just got this big chunky thing from Ulta. It is a Real Techniques face and body sponge. So when you wet it, it's like a gajillion times bigger than the traditional beauty blender. This is a beauty blender. I got it from Sephora. This retailed for about $8, I think, $7.99, something like that. And then this one is $19.99. It is standard price. Wherever you get it, it'll be that price. Real Techniques, as opposed to Beauty Blender brand, I don't care. Like, I like them both. I will say the Beauty Blender, something about the booty of the Beauty Blender does wonders for my foundation. This is not horrible when it comes into blending my foundation, and I'll show you guys that when I do my foundation for beginners video coming soon. Both really great sponges, They just give you a little bit more blend in your foundation after you apply it with the brush. Now we can talk about brushes. So I don't think it is 100% necessary for my beginners to go out and purchase a Sigma set or a Morphe set or any set, like name brand set. My first makeup brush set I got from Marshall's, and it was the True Beauty Blend. True Beauty brand. That is a tongue twister. So this is what the brushes look like. I have them in like different places on my vanity, so I'm not really going to show you the full set. But if you guys want a brush review or like a brush video, let me know in the comments below. So this True Beauty brand, I liked it a lot when I first got them. I will say that I don't clean my brushes as much as I should, so I probably get problems with brushes a lot faster than everyone else would. But I really like those brushes. They're quality brushes. They came with face brushes and eye brushes. I can show you an example because I just spotted one, but this is like the smaller version of the brush. And on the brush, which I really appreciated, well, not on the face brushes, but on the eye brushes, it tells you what brush is what. So this one is the small angled blending detail, and that's what it looks like. So for all my beginners, I would suggest that you go to Marshall's, Ross, TJ Maxx, Walmart, any place like that, and look in the beauty section and just see what you see. Check the brands out, like type them in real quick on YouTube, see how many reviews pop up, see like the thumbnails. Like, thankfully thumbnails are very helpful, because if their face is looking like bleh, sometimes you can assume that it wasn't a purchase that person was happy with. But for me, I really bang with those brushes. I found a lot of good brushes in Marshall's. Marshall's is my place. The case it came in, it's the True Beauty right here. I opened it up. All my brushes were I even have a brush still in here, but I opened it up. It came with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 brushes, and it was, I do believe, $8.99 or something crazy like that. Like, I'm telling you guys, and I used those brushes for like a year and a half. I just got a new set of brushes. I'm a drugstore whore when it comes to eyeliner and mascara. I did like the, who made it? Better Than Sex. The Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. That's a higher end mascara, around $28. It's really good. I really want to try the Benefit Roller Lash. That's going to be my next purchase for mascara. But child, I be rocking with the Great Lash, the greatest of lash, okay, hunty, because this will get you through, okay? I put it on and I build it up. I do not believe in waterproof mascara. That is a lie before God and all of the angels. That formula, those formulas, you be ripping your goddamn lashes off just to take off some mascara. And it's like, why? I put on mascara to look like I had lashes. So anyway, Great Lashes retails, it depends on where you go. It can be anywhere between $5.99 and $7.99. It really depends on the store you go to. I prefer the bottle that's pink and green just because of the spoolie. This spoolie is a regular spoolie. The pink and green bottle is a pyramid spoolie. Like I said, it's very buildable. It clumps, but not too bad. You can definitely work with it. For beginners, I definitely recommend this. Color is the blackest black. I don't believe in any other color lashes other than black. This is the only liner I like. It's the only liner I use. I love it so much. And if they ever stop selling it, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But this is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. This is what it looks like inside. Very wet, very easy to use. It has a brush tip. The brush tip is going to be essential, in my opinion, for my beginners who are trying to work on their fleeky wing. You can use a felt tip marker style. It's not really my thing. When I was a beginner, I found it was definitely easier to use the brush tip liquid liner. Don't get me wrong, it can get messy, and it does get messy, especially when you're first learning. However, I really feel like if you just try and learn with the harder stuff, everything else is so much easier. Like, you have so many broader horizons when you do it that way, in my opinion. Something that I felt that I needed when I was a beginner, but I really have learned that I don't exactly need, is an eyeshadow primer. So the eyeshadow primer very first one I got ever was the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, the purple joint. And it didn't look like this before. I'm pretty sure it was like a squeezy tube when it first came out, but it's pretty decent. Then the other one is Smashbox. The Smashbox 24-hour photo finish shadow primer. Both of these, I believe, are running about the same price. I have no idea what they are. I don't ever use them because I use concealer and powder to set my eyelids now. But if you're into that and that's what you want, definitely check out those brands, because those are some good brands. What is a beginner? Beginners and intermediate makeup artists and experts, I don't care who you are, you need to moisturize your lips. You got to. You have to be good to your lips. I use Carmex before I do all of my looks because it's essential. I have it on now because when you put on lipstick, you will look like a crusty ass grandma if you do not properly moisturize. Now, moving into lips. You can do, lips are honestly whatever. Like, I don't think there's a specific lip for beginners. Like, if I'm buying my makeup myself, I'm going to wear NYX. So NYX has matte lipsticks. NYX has soft matte lip creams that look like this and have a demi matte finish to them. NYX also has NYX liquid suede cream lipstick, which also is more of a demi matte. You can even almost say it's not even matte at all, the way that it dries down. I have some Fenty Beauty if you're looking for a very good universal gloss. Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, retailing for like $20. These ones, however, retail between $4.99 and $10. It really just depends on what type of NYX lip product you're looking for. They also have Butter Gloss. I think Butter Gloss is like $5.99. Madeline, Ginger Snap, and Shortcake are good colors to start with. They're very good neutrals. They go well on top of lipsticks. And then I also have some Galaxy. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it really doesn't matter. It really all depends on what you're going for and the type of look that you're going for. All right, and then the last thing that we have to talk about is eyeshadow. So for a beginner, I would suggest that you get a palette. Okay, so boom, I'm not gonna make this complicated. The lowest retail eyeshadow palette I have right now is gonna be my Morphe 3502. I just got Morphe 3502 not too long ago. It retailed, I think, for $22, and it is gorgeous. There are 35 shades. Morphe gave us a color list, like a list of the names. This is really shining hard on you guys right now. So let me hold it like, y'all, I'm so my finger dug into the shade I love. Look at sizzle. Yeah, it is. Freaking sizzle. Look at this. If you're a beginner, getting these shades, they're pretty pigmented and they're gorgeous. You get 35 of them for $22, so that's definitely getting bang for your buck. Too Faced semi-sweet chocolate bar. I believe this retails between $30 and $35. These are the shades that come. See, I almost did that bullshit again. These are the shades that come in it. A nice white, well, it's like a cream, light pink, some glittery shades. I wasn't really impressed. It's a pretty decent black, but the Morphe black is better. It's a really decent palette. I think that the problem I would have with this now is that, well, the problem that I have with this now is that it is not that pigmented, but that might be a good thing for beginners, because sometimes when you plop some color on your eye and you think that you know what you're doing, you don't, and when you try to blend it out, it turns into a fucking mess. So the next up, I think these are like tied in price. It's gonna be my custom MAC palette and the Modern Renaissance palette by Beverly Hills, Anastasia Beverly Hills. So with the MAC, with this lights, the MAC palette, like I said, it's custom made. I don't remember how much each refill is. Each of these colors is called a refill because I didn't buy it in the pot. I bought it like by itself in the pan and put this in my own custom. So I had to buy the container first and then each individual shadow that I put inside as well. So the colors that I have on here, I like them for the most part. I use this palette a lot. Modern Renaissance. So this is the palette. This is the Modern Renaissance. Love this palette. As you can tell, I've hit pan on Burnt Orange. I've almost hit pan on Real Gar. This one, I don't know what this one is called. Love Letter. This palette is popping. Like, this is a really good shimmer down here. It's a really good palette. If you're a warm person, if you like warm eyeshadow looks, definitely get that palette. It's going to be a very good investment for you. It is pigmented. There is a little fallout, but I don't have problems with that. Definitely have to talk about a face powder and lashes. So I'll save lashes for the end. The face powders that I use are the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder. I don't use it that often. I've had it for almost 3 years, and as you can tell, like, I've barely dipped into it, but it's a very good powder to go back and blend out everything. And then this powder is like this is actual foundation powder. This is Makeup Forever. It's essentially the powder version of this. This is embarrassing, but this is my Makeup Forever HD. As you can see, I swear by it, live it, eat it, drool it, all of that. It's fucking amazing. It blends perfect, looks like skin. No other sentiments but that. And the finish on it is like matte, I guess, but not really. Like, it can be matte, I guess you could look at it that way, but it doesn't feel dry. If you are a lash girl or guy, you can check out the Wink Lashes by JF. These lashes, let me tell you, these are the first online lashes I've ever bought. They're amazing. I have a video on them already. I'll put the link up above in the little eye icon thing. Nothing but great things to say about these lashes. They are synthetic mink because that is animal cruelty free. Otherwise, you'll have a dead animal on your eyelashes. And they're popping. I have been using the same highlighter until Fenty Beauty came around and blessed my life. I have been using the same highlighter since what year was that? That was a sophomore in college. 2014? From 2014 to 2017, I was using Urban Decay Naked Illuminated Highlighter in the color Lit. This highlight is gorgeous, super gorgeous. I find for the darker skin tones, the color Lit gives you that rose gold, like glow from within, I'm blessed and highly favored, rolling in money type of look. Fenty Beauty, this is the Killawatt highlighter in the Ginger Beige Moscow Mule duo. I love her. I do. So let me tell you something about Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. So which one is which, first of all? Ginger Binge is the shade that you would want to highlight with. It's the shade that I highlight with. And then Moscow Mule is like that boom bitch over the top, like give me that extra glitter. That is the end of the what I should have in my beginner's makeup kit. I hope you guys were able to follow along and are able to secure some of these items, because I'm going to be starting a beginner series. Yes, right at the end of this video, I'm going to beat my face as a simple quick and easy beginner's makeup look. And then from there, we will talk about eyeshadow and all types of stuff. So just leave your comments below. Like, I'm still kind of working on how I want to bring it all to you guys, but stay giving me feedback. I really appreciate it when you guys give me feedback. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Snapchat, Facebook, all of the social media. Like, connect with me. I want to connect with y'all. Connect with me. If you have not already, subscribe to my channel. Work with me. Y'all asked me for beginner stuff. I'm bringing you a beginner series. So go ahead and click that subscription button. Stay with your girl. Turn on your notifications. And let's get beat together, shall we? All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Love ya. Mwah. Bye.